In this problem, we'll be going over what a transformer is and how the number of windings, current, and voltage for the primary and secondary windings are related. So first, what is a transformer? A transformer is a device that turns high voltage, low current on one end to low voltage, high current on the other end, or vice versa. This is done by putting a changing flux or magnetic field through a coil of windings of wire. So being that we need a changing flux, this means that it is not possible to have a DC transformer and only alternating current transformers exist. Now the formula that relates the current, number of windings, and the voltage of the primary and secondary winding is current secondary over current primary is equal to winding primary over winding secondary, which is equal to the voltage primary over the voltage secondary. Now let's do an example problem where all the solvables are given, and we can plug these solvables into the equation to ensure that we have the correct values. In this example, we have a primary winding with 600 turns, a voltage of 360 volts, a current of 6.66 amps, and a power of 2,400 watts. The secondary has 200 windings, 120 volts, 20 amps, 2,400 watts. Notice that the number of watts remains constant in this ideal transformer. You can use this to check your work and recall that power equals voltage times current, or in other words, V times I. So now let's say you have the voltage of the primary and the number of turns for both the secondary and primary. We can use this section of the equation to solve this problem. Using algebra to rearrange the formula to get what we are solving for, voltage secondary to one side, we get this equation. Plugging in our numbers, we get 120 volts for our secondary winding. Now let's solve for the current secondary when only given the number of windings. Using this section of the equation and rearranging the formula, we get this equation for the current secondary. Plugging in our divins, we get that the current secondary is 20 amps. Now let's say you're only given the current and voltage. You would need to use this part of the equation to solve this problem. Now for practice, you can use the above equation to solve for any of the variables with the displayed divins. You can check your work using the diagram at the left of the screen. I forgot to mention that if the value for voltage or current increases, it's stepped up, and if the value for the voltage or current decreases, it is stepped down. So in this case, voltage is stepped down and current is stepped up between the primary and secondary. That concludes this video. Hopefully I've earned a like, share, or subscription. If you enjoyed this video, you may enjoy one of these videos as well. If you have a topic for a future video that you'd like me to cover, you can leave it in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.